Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Tom Romery. I'm the co-founder and chief commercial officer for CoreChain Technologies. And joining me is Tyler Lincoln, our head of business development. If you're familiar with B2B payments, we are in short Venmo for B2B AP payments. Now, when I think of consumer payments, if I lose a golf bet to Tyler, which does happen from time to time, I shoot him a Venmo. If I lose another bet, his identity is already in there, it's verified, I shoot him a Venmo. In the B2B AP accounts payable world, payments are far more complex. Our clients have thousands of vendors, each with different instructions on how to be paid. There needs to be integration with the accounting systems and reconciliation. And there's all kinds of issues in a market that every day, 150 billion, every business day in North America, 150 billion is spent between businesses. That's 40 trillion a year. All kinds of issues when 40% of that market is still served by paper check. And the self-managed do-it-yourself, which probably worked when you were a small business and you've grown up to a $100 million company in the mid-market, doesn't work as well anymore if you're doing ACH yourself, because that means you have to keep all those payments records yourself. And you might be working with your bank to do that. What CoreChain Pay set out to do, and that's the flagship product that we're going to be showing here, is to solve all of these complexities and integrate it in with the accounting system and make it easy button easy. It's easy for me to pay a golf bet that I lose to Lincoln here through Venmo, in doing that in a B2B environment. So we're going to start the story. First, I'm promoting Tyler Lincoln from Vice President of Business Development to the AP Manager of a large manufacturing company in the Midwest. Tyler is going to show us how it works inside a mid-market ERP. So this company graduated from QuickBooks. They outgrew it. They're not big enough to use SAP. They're using a ERP accounting system known as Acumatica. Tyler, show us how you're going to run accounts payable this week. You do about $10 million a month in payments.
So fundamentally, the AP clerk is going to live in the payables section. So every invoice that comes through gets processed. It's going to be approved. They're either going to use a third party to do that, or they're going to leverage the ERP itself. In this day and age, ERP providers are building a lot of this technology directly in. What they're not doing is fulfilling the payment component at the tail end. What we've done, especially in here with Acumatica, is allowed them to choose to make their payments through CoreChain. So what they'll do is come in here, select, I want to pay payments through CoreChain, make that decision. They're going to come down, pay a couple of bills, select process. This is unbelievably simple at the level we're doing it here. They're going to choose to make those payments, and they're going to go out the door. What happens at this point is the handshake takes place with CoreChain, with our product. When that handshake takes place, we work with the suppliers to ensure that they get paid how they want to be paid. These are both processed. We come back to that payable section. They can go up into the section where it says checks and payments. They look at checks and payments, and they can tell, hey, 2 payments just went through. Under the payments reference section, that handshake has taken place. CoreChain now chooses and makes the payments directly to the suppliers. How many suppliers do we have in our network?
Over 250,000 and growing. And what's great about that is it's push button, AP gets run, CoreChain takes it off your shoulders, and we do all the positive identification, verification of the vendor, that it's the right account they want to be paid in, the right method, whether it's managed ACH, whether it's virtual card, whether it's e-check, and it goes to the right bank account from the right bank account. So that's what we do for our clients.
So, and what's the responsibility of someone in AP, for instance, of managing that bank account information?
Well, if you're doing it yourself, and that's the challenge with companies that are growing, they might have grown up running checks themselves and running ACH themselves, but to manage all of those supplier records and to deal with suppliers, they want to be talking to suppliers about quality issues and being on time. They don't want to be talking about where's my check in the mail, et cetera. But one of the reasons that the FBI has designated B2B payments as the largest growth area of fraud, it's a multi-billion-dollar problem, is because there are fraudsters who pose as vendors, and they actually will send false instructions for ACH. Paper checks is obvious why that's a fraud issue. But what we have here is a lower cost solution, more secure, and fundamentally easier to use because you don't ever have to leave your accounting system to pay. But it gets better. Because not only that, with all the data, we've processed over 1 billion for our 30+ industrial clients so far, and we've been around for 5 years. We've raised venture money. But what's even better is that with all that data, we can offer working capital solutions, both purchase order lines of credit for the buyers, because we have all the transaction data, as well as invoice acceleration for the suppliers. And we do that through our partner banks. So where we are today and why we're here is we're talking to banks, we're talking to community banks and credit unions. We have a number of partner banks that provide capabilities for us, but also go to market. We're also here talking to some software companies. Now, Tyler and I are here in Silicon Valley. We're at our offices in the East Bay. We're headquartered in New Haven. But we've actually built white label versions of CoreChain Pay for big software companies. An example is Scanco, one of the leading warehouse automation software companies, has Scanco payments automation. It's built by us. So we've done that a few times. We're in discussions with a number of others to do that. And we'd love to invite you to come talk to us more at our booth. If you're a VC, we're in the middle of closing out a $2 million round. We're $1.3 million into an extension of our seed round. We got another 700 to go. So if you want in, come talk to us. We're hosting meetings all week. Thank you very much. Go enjoy lunch or the next presentation. Stay for the next presentation. Thank you very much.